Okay, here we go. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, Jerome. Good morning, everybody. God, 70-some degrees today. Doesn't get any better than that, does it? Yes. You know, I say we take up an offering and call it a day and get out there in the sunshine. Hey, the topic of the lesson today is finding your good. And sometimes people take that to mean that my good is out there and it doesn't make any difference if I step over other people in the process of getting it. But getting our good is something totally different than that. It is creating our life so that life as a whole is good. Now, a couple weeks ago, I got a call from my cousin Ozzy, and he had gotten himself in a jam, a very serious jam. Peter Sandvig had hired him for $25 to take a couple cows down to the auction house, sell them, and bring the money back. And so Ozzy did that. He loaded the cows up, took them down to the auction house. They sold, got about $600 for them. And as he was leaving, he heard the loudspeaker say that the next animal to be auctioned off was a genuine racehorse. And he just stopped in his tracks because he has a great affinity for racehorses. Turned around, went back, and there was a horse in the ring. It was a retired racehorse. It was old, it was unkept, it was fat, it was tired. But Ozzy thought that if he bought that racehorse, he'd be able to sell it in a day or two and make a handsome profit. So the bidding started at $350. Nobody bid on it. It went down to $300. Nobody bid on it. When it got on $250, Ozzy thought, this is the deal of a lifetime. I'm going to buy this racehorse. I'll sell it, and I'll make a lot of money. So he bought the racehorse for $250. He went home that evening, and he started writing down different ways where he could sell that horse. He got up the next morning, and he was raring to go. He went out back where the horse was tied up, and the horse had expired. It had gone on to that great horse heaven in the sky. Now, Peter Sandvig's no one to mess with, especially when it comes to parting him from his money. And so the jam was Ozzy spent Peter's money to buy the horse, thinking he could sell it and pay Peter back before he ran into him. And that's why he called me. He thought that his good that he was searching for was in my back pocket, and he wanted me to loan him $250 so he could give Peter back his money. I politely declined. So can't do that. Sorry, I can't help you out. But he calls me this week, and I asked him, how did he get through that dilemma? He said, oh, everything's fine. It all got resolved. That's what, how? He says, well, I went out and I printed a bunch of raffle tickets, and for $2, you could buy a raffle ticket to win a genuine racehorse. Ozzy, good grief, you can't raffle off a dead racehorse. Weren't people mad? Did anybody get outraged? He says, well, only the guy who won, so I gave him his money back. I guess he made an $800 profit. Anyway, finding your good. So let's simplify this whole thing, and let's get right down to the brass tacks of what this talk's all about. You're born into this world. That's the beginning. You'll leave this world at some point in time. That's the end. From beginning to end, you have time. That's called your lifetime. And you get to determine how you spend that time. We are all guaranteed life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. So we can determine how we're going to spend our lifetime. That is our right. We can't control all the activities that are going on in the world around us. We can't determine what other people do, but we can determine how we're going to spend our time in regards to the emotional experience that we have. Now, if you were to come to me and say, Duke, I want to know how I can spend my time so it is the most successful and it is the most fulfilling way possible. Without thinking, I'd say there's 3 things that I'd recommend. First of all, be of value. Every one of us here knows how it feels to not be of value, to feel like we're not good. When somebody has told us that we're not good or that we're of no value, or we think that ourselves, we know how badly that feels. To be of value is to determine what you value, whether it be love, peace, harmony, humor, kindness, compassion. It doesn't make any difference. You determine what you value. You embrace those values. You incorporate those values into your very system. And then to be of value, you go out and you express those values into the world, into a world that sorely needs those values. Now, oftentimes we think, well, that sounds fine, but I just don't think that I can be of value because of something that has happened in the past, or because of what my parents impressed upon me when I was growing up, or because of some guilt or shame that I am carrying forth. I don't think I can be of value. And I say that is not true. That is not true at all. Your value is totally based on present moment living. It's not based on what you did in the past. Now, to illustrate this point, I need someone from the audience. How about you down there in the black shirt? You? Yeah, come on up here. Come on. How you doing? Good. You don't suffer from stage fright, do you? Okay. I'm Duke. What's your name? Hollis. Pleased to meet you. Turn around and look at the people. Hollis. Okay, Hollis, I got a question for you. I got $20 here. You want it? You do? Okay. I got $20 here, and it's all crumpled up. You want it? You don't? You sure? Yeah, there goes that illustration. Okay. Thanks, Hollis. You sure you don't want it? You do want it? You sure you don't? You don't want it? All right. You can go back to your seat. Never in my wildest dreams did I expect that to happen. I was expecting him to say yes, and then I was going to put it in the ground, and I was going to stomp it into the carpeting and say, now, do you want this $20? And I expected him to say yes, and then I was going to ask him why, and he said, because it's still $20. The point is that this has a value of $20 no matter what it's been through in the past. It's been crumpled up, stomped into the ground, whatever. It still has a value of $20, and the same thing for each and every one of us. No matter what's happened in the past, no matter what we've done, no matter what's been done to us, sitting right here in this moment, we have a value. And it's based on what we are expressing to the world in this moment. You know, Hollis, I'm going to give you this $20 anyway. Yeah. I'm going to give you 10 and 2 5s just in case you might want to put a little bit in the offering. Is this your first time here? No? Yeah. Anyway, I was saying that you have a value, and that value is based on what you're expressing right here, right now. You go outside today, what you express into the world is the value that you bring to the world. And it feels good to be of value to other people and to the world itself. When you go to bed at night, you can go to sleep in thinking, the world is better off because of me. It just makes sense. That is the purpose of life, the meaning of life, to feel that we make a difference, to feel that we have a value that we can give to the world. And we don't have to find a cure for cancer. We don't have to make $1 billion. We don't have to become a rich and famous movie star. We can just express our values into the world. The world's better because of that, and we have a sense of value. So the first thing in leading a successful and fulfilling life is to be of value. The second thing is to surround yourself with people that are of value to you. What is it you desire? What is it you value? What is it you desire? Surround yourself with people that are of value to you, that benefit you, that reward you simply by their presence. Now that only makes sense, doesn't it? To gravitate towards and to surround yourself with those people that love you, that will create a peaceful environment with you, that will harmonize with you, that supports you and encourage you and inspire you to becoming all that you can be. The second thing is to surround yourself with people that are of value to you. The third thing is to help others find their value when they can't seem to find it themselves. You know, there's times when we all get knocked down. There's times when we're all feeling like the problems and challenges are too big. There's times when we caused problems or made mistakes and we feel like we have no value. You can see it in people's faces. Help them find the value that they have to give the world. It can be the guy sacking groceries at the store. Tell him what a great job he does. I love seeing these young kids sack groceries. I say, you know, that's the best job of sacking groceries I've ever seen. And they get a big smile on themselves, and next time they even sack groceries better. The cashier, you can tell when they're having a good day or a bad day. And just tell them the value that they serve you. They're telling others, they're helping others find the value in themselves. It absolutely amazes me that any one of you in here, and myself, we could stand eye to eye, and I could express my love and appreciation for you. You would express your love and appreciation for me. Together, we walk away having more appreciation and more love than we had before, yet we still have all the love and appreciation within us. I mean, that's absolutely magical. It's absolutely a miracle that I can express all the love that I have towards you, every one of you in here, right now, and I still got all the love that I have. It never diminishes. And when we start expressing that to people who feel unlovable or feel loveless, we have no idea the effects that's going to have. It's like dropping a pebble into a pond. The ripples just keep going out and out and out.